Hi, Jemima.
Hey, Darcy, how you doing?
I'm good.
Woo! Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome to Awaken Positive Power. We're discussing depression, mental illness, and suicide prevention. So welcome. We're so glad to have you here. We hope our conversations are inspiring you, helping you, enlightening you, or maybe just get a little laugh from it. Who knows? But we hope that you are coming back and spread the word. Yeah. We're 100% authentic. So if you see camera things, cats, dogs, cup of teas, etc., we're just trying to be ourselves, and just straight up, yeah, the hair, yeah, all those sort of things. Yeah, so we're just trying to be as authentic as possible. So relax, everyone, just relax, take a chill. This was Sunday mornings with you, and we're really happy to be here. Darcy and I are having so much fun doing this. I'm definitely being inspired by Darcy and helping me through my own healing, just to be able to talk and have a conversation, intelligent conversation about depression and how to deal with it, and hearing someone else's sort of opinion or methods of how they've dealt with their stuff is just so inspiring, and you never know what can help you. So we hope that's what we're here for, aren't we?
Yeah. It really helps me too because, so oftentimes I feel like as a practitioner, a hypnotherapist or a spiritual coach, I feel like it's hard for me to ever get a chance to really talk about my own stuff, right?
Yeah.
Where do you go when it's your own stuff? And I spend so much time dealing with other people and their things that, yeah, I have the same stuff. I totally do have the
Yeah.
same stuff going on.
And like talking about last week, Das, with our with the collective energy, that's the same
Yeah,
sort of thing. Like, how do you not take home the collective and your client's energy, but you've also got your own stuff. And so I'm glad this is helping you too. It's really, really important that we all feel safe, and it's normal. It's okay. It's human to feel like this. It's not nothing to be ashamed of, nothing to be feel that there's something wrong or anything. It should be embraced, really embraced. It's part of our human nature. It's part of the way we're made up. It's a beautiful thing to feel, and honor those feelings.
yeah.
Before we start to ask, of course, I remember the word this week, the disclaimer. Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, please note there is a disclaimer down below. We must have that there. Take a little read of it. Darcy and I are coming from a place of just talking to you, so as friends. So the disclaimer is there. And also know that if you do know anyone who is in trouble, or you yourself is and need someone to reach out to, please reach out to the 1-800-suicide hotline. It is there for assistance. You can remain anonymous if you like, but there's always someone there. Of course, you can reach out to a friend or a doctor or anyone or a healer, whoever you may need. But if there is that feeling of you don't want anyone to have any knowledge about anything, go call that hotline. It's amazing. It helps you. They can guide you in the right direction if necessary. And
Yeah.
also, don't forget, if you know someone who is in a place of desperate times, you can ring on their behalf for you to know how to sort of help. So it works both ways.
It's
Yeah.
so important to reach out. It's so important. You don't have to go through it alone. You don't have to be like some weird superhero who's going to just, punch their way through the universe. Don't do it alone. That we're social creatures. We're social creatures. We need each other. So find a way, find a number, call somebody, and there is no shame in asking for help.
No,
No
no.
shame in asking for help.
And yeah, on that, it's kind of funny the way humans, we feel that shame or that trepidation to try and call someone, but then when you do, the person who receives the call honors you so much more for your honesty. Like, it uplifts. They go, wow, I'm so proud of you. So it's kind of strange how we hinder ourselves from actually being embraced by the person who you're ringing or the help you're seeking, because people really respect and honor and know how hard it is, because we all find that reaching out is difficult, but it's honored by each of us in return. So it's kind of, just remember that you're nothing to be ashamed of, and that people will embrace you and help you if you do reach out. That they like that. It's we like that. I shouldn't say they, because I'm one of them too, the humans. Those strange people. Yeah, we are a strange lot, aren't we? Anyway, so Das, once again, guys, we're going to have a breath work, and then we'll have our discussion, and then we will have beautiful Darcy's meditation at the end to close this circle and lead us out here on our beautiful Sunday. Have a great day. And what else? Anything else, Darcy?
No,
No.
I'm looking forward to our conversation today. Do you have a specific subject in mind before we start our breath work?
Yes, I do.
What's that?
You said you had to stop. Dot, dot, dot. Yeah, I'd like to know,
Yeah.
when we don't like ourselves, how do we deal with the healing process to like ourselves, to get in touch with ourselves, to appreciate ourselves when we just feel like crap and we find all the negatives about ourselves? How do we search or seek, how do we find a way to really go, okay, I am good? That, I mean, it's such a difficult challenge, because the last thing you want to do is sit with yourself when you hate yourself, when you're in that dark place of despair,
Right.
and you don't appreciate anything about yourself. I mean, how do you start that first step into healing?
And
But we'll
find
get
your
back.
self-love. Okay, I got it.
Self-love, there we go. Self-love. Woo, yeah, yeah. It's so beautiful, self-love. It's such a precious thing, but it's difficult. Very, very difficult. That first hump is really hard. And it flows, it comes and goes, doesn't it? So
Yeah.
anyway,
Oh,
guys, so let's start with the breath work, because we want to get grounded, get ourselves into this room, have a little bit of fun. I've got a fun breath work today.
okay.
Describe it first so we can do it, so you don't sort of pass out.
I'm just putting my phone on airplane mode so I don't get
Ooh, I might too, but I will still start. Yep, that's a good idea. Not
so I
that I'm
don't get,
popular, just in case, knowing my luck, the phone would ring at this time. Okay, guys, so we're going to do a fun
okay.
one today. We're going to do 30 short breaths. So what we do is we inhale through our nose and we exhale through our mouth. It's quite fast paced. I'll be counting, so you don't have to concentrate. You just go, I'll just give you an example. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for 30 counts. I'm going to be counting, so no worries. At the end of 30 counts, I'm going to say take a deep breath in up to the top of your breath, inhale, and then slow exhale through your mouth to the bottom. We'll hold on that empty breath again, that middle breath, that beautiful middle breath. The key is, though, to really make sure you don't feel like you're going to pass out because of the oxygen coming in, the excessive oxygen. Make sure we try, once again, the diaphragmatic breathing. So focus in on your abdominals. Place your hands on your abdominal area, your rib cage, around that area, your solar plexus, your center of strength in our body. And we try not to see it. This is the breathing we can do. No, we're trying not to do that. So really focus in on your core. You can close your eyes and feel. Yeah, relax the shoulders and chest, and try and feel your rib cage, your tummy expand on your inhales, and then just collapse on your exhales, or contract, either way you want to sort of see it. Don't focus too much on my terms, my labels. I just really want you to feel it. So feel like the expansion and contraction, expand and contract. So that'll be for 30 counts. If you start to feel lightheaded, please stop. You can stop at any time, guys. You are always in control. This is your breath. And if something doesn't feel right, you stop. So never feel like you have to maintain anything, especially with the breath holds. You'll find you'll have a little bit more oxygen than you would tend to have normally. And that's a wonderful thing. We stay still in that breath. If at any time you need to take a deep breath in, make sure you are able to. We're not forcing you to do anything. You are in control of your body, mind, and spirit, of course, guys. This is a bit of fun one. I'm going to do 2 rounds of 30 breaths and 2 rounds of breath holds. So ready? Woo! Let's get a little weird first. Let's shake out our body. Woo! Shake it out, shake it out. Shake out any tension, any stress. It's Sunday morning. Woo! Sunday's a beautiful day. Yeah. Lift it out.
I
Beautiful,
love
guys.
Sundays.
Yay.
I love Sundays.
Yeah, Sundays are beautiful, beautiful. Great way to start the day too. Okay, and then we'll just relax. You can lie down or stay seated. Get as comfortable as you want. Placing your hands on your abdominal area just to make sure we can feel our core muscles, our abdominal muscles expand and contract. You right? Yep.
I'm
Okay, so
adjusting my body.
you don't have to count in through the nose, short little breath, and then exhale through the mouth, short little breath. Just try and relax the exhale. So don't try not to force. It's an inhale force, and then the exhale just sort of release. Okay. And it's a little bit pacey. So remember, okay, you ready? So let's just take a deep breath in through our nose all the way up to the top of our lung, top of our head. And then exhale. One more. And then exhale. Shake it out, shake it out. Are we ready? Close your eyes. Okay, here we go. And 2 and 1. Deep breath in up to the top. Hold. Exhale slowly through your mouth to the bottom, to that empty breath. Hold here. Holding on empty. Feeling the sensations in your body. If at any time you need to take a deep breath in all the way up to the top, please do. If you can hold it just a little longer, please do. If you haven't already taken your deep breath in, take it all the way up to the top and hold. Feel that sensation in your head, the difference in your body. You are safe. You are in control. Exhale gently through your mouth. We'll jump straight back into those 30 counts. In 3, 2, 1. All the way up to the top. And then release slowly all the way down to the bottom breath, the empty breath, holding it there. You have everything you need right now, full of oxygen. Feeling that sensation in your body. If you haven't already, take that deep breath in all the way up to the top of your head and hold. Feeling that sparkle in your head, your mind, your body. Relaxing the shoulders. And slowly, slowly exhale. Coming into your natural breath. Feel what's happening in your body. Consciously relaxing any part of the body that may still be a little tense. And breathing in love. Your heart will dissolve any tension. So we are able to exhale love. Breathing in love and light. That beautiful big heart of yours dissolves any tension, negativity. We exhale that love and light to the universe. One more time, breathing in love, light, and warmth. Beautiful heart dissolves any tension, any problems, any negativity. We exhale that love, light, and warmth to the universe. We are surrounded internally, externally with that love and light and warmth. And namaste. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, I like that.
Wake you up a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, guys, obviously this is like
see without my glasses.
oh, it's magic. But this is just like a 5-minute example that can go on for like 20 rounds. It can go on for a long time.
Wow.
So it's a real form. Yeah, it's breath work. There's so many techniques to it, but they are extended to about an hour. So just have a taste of it. I suggest initially try not to do this by yourself. I'd rather you have someone overlooking with you just to make sure you have the right technique. You're not breathing into your shoulders because that can create a head spin and you may lose oxygen and pass out. We don't want that. This is to make sure we feel filled up with energy, filled up with that zest for life, and we release tension. So it's meant to be healing rather than negative. Just remember that, guys.
You know, it really made me work to relax my body. I was like, as I focused on my breath, I could really relax my body around that. And then it got easier and easier and easier to do it.
Yes,
much
exactly.
easier to do it. Started out a little weird, and then
yeah, it's that discomfort going through, because it is a little weird. We are playing around with, it's not the normal way we breathe, and it is a kind of funny thing playing around with something that's been with us for our whole life. And to make this a technique of healing, it is kind of strange initially, and the short sharp breaths and the control over it, all that sort of stuff. But going through that discomfort, you come to a state where your mind stops judging it and you get right into your body, and it just becomes a flow in your body, and then the healing begins. We do a short 5 minutes, so your mind is probably still right at that beginning spot. You're like going, what the hell is happening? I don't understand. That's okay. You're not meant to understand right now. We're just an introduction to it. But eventually with time, your body will start to understand it, your mind will quieten down, get connected with that body, and the spirit always cheers you on. So it's a good experience. Okay, Das. Whoo, what a question. What a
So,
question. How, when we are not liking ourselves, do we find self-love? Get that tap into our own self-love. Deep,
right.
deep question.
That's a
Whew,
big
I feel,
question,
feel kind of sick thinking about it. Ugh, kind of triggers things.
doesn't it? It triggers stuff.
Yeah.
When you talk about self-love, that's like such a phrase. People toss it around quite a bit. Oh, you really got to experience that self-love. I have a friend who's been dealing with the concept of self-love for a while. And I mean, it always comes back to her, and she's like, well, I got to deal with this, but first I've got to really understand how to love myself. She will say that often. And it's really made me look at my own uh, blocks towards self-love, my own avoidance of self-love, and then how do I um, work on it? How do I work on it? That's the big issue, especially turning 60 and all the weird
Woohoo! What?
stuff that
Wow,
happens to
you look
your
amazing.
body.
You look incredible. Woo! Nice work, Das. Beautiful.
Oh,
Never,
thanks.
know,
She's just pushing
never,
her
ever.
face.
No,
Uh,
stop that. Self-love. There you go. You look amazing. Awesome. Your spirit, mind,
uh,
and body are fabulous. Good stuff, girl.
well, I'm working on it. Let me tell you, I'm working on it. After the last couple of years, starting around 2006, when I got hit by a car, right? Broke my back.
Oh
And
God.
I know I got a bruised liver, a bruised kidney, a
Oh,
broken vertebrae. I was out, and the doctor goes, "Oh, you're gonna be out for a year." I'm like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be out for a year. I don't want to be out for a year." But anyway, years later, my clavicle, I'm crooked on one side. And then I had an accident in 2018, right? Destroyed my ankle, but I also screwed up this side. So I'm all like crooked, I fell on my right side. And this side's all crooked now. And so I've got to get this taken care of. And, I'm older and my body's dealing with all these weird injuries. And this last one was in 2018 was difficult, was really painful. Um, it was really painful, took a really long time. I'm still dealing with it. So I have continuous pain that I'm dealing with from that. And then you get older and you have pains that are not related to that. um, and then you look at stuff, our hair, our teeth, our skin, our bodies are changed. And this is getting older. Now, being young, you have we have comparisons. We compare, am I as pretty as this person? And being in the entertainment industry in the 1980s was brutal, right? 1980s for women was brutal in the entertainment industry. Cut off that nose, get a boob job, let's fix you this way. I mean, after a while, I just would go, well, I think they just really want to hire somebody else because they're not, they want me to change my whole self. And then that set me into a serious depression. Serious depression. And people would say, oh, you're really talented, but we need to change your look. And I'm like, oh, so I'm really talented, but I'm like really ugly, or there's something really wrong with me. And, you know, and who's judging beauty? Who is judging? But that really, I didn't have the wherewithal as a young woman to deal with that. I didn't understand that kind of stuff at all. It didn't make sense to me. And so I took a lot of that very, very personally, very personally.
well, I
When
mean, the
people,
power of commercialism too. What hasn't been sort of recognized until, I mean, I remember it as well in the 90s, but it's like it hasn't been so obvious how it's destroyed egos and self-esteem amongst each other. and judgment and no cellulite and no wrinkles. And what? That doesn't happen. We all have cellulite. Well, not all of us, but we have dimples and wrinkles and skin and sagging and rolls and come on. And then I mean, it's crazy. So I mean, I think now I hope it's getting a little less. Commercialism and advertising is a little less, but it's still prevalent. It still happens, and it's just,
well, we have a lot of champions now. There's a lot of wonderful people out there, like Lizzo comes to mind, and a lot of plus size models that are really into body positive images, and not even if you're plus size, but just like people who are really promoting that love yourself the way you are, body positive. And
that's what we're doing, Das. We're trying to just like love yourself as you are. That's why authenticity, like we're just turning up as we can, be as natural as possible. Hey, and if you don't like it, then there's somewhere else to go. No offense, but we don't mean to annoy you or upset you. So if you don't appreciate it, turn somewhere else. Then no need to backlash and come at aggressively to make us feel bad about who we are. That just doesn't work. And that's such a negative of human nature, that we put people down because it's not what you like. If it's not what you like, find what you like, and don't. And we all can have differences of opinions, difference of looks, difference of appreciations. Like, go somewhere else, and don't have to put someone else down to make yourself feel better. Sorry, right. I had to just say that. I don't know where that came from.
That's exactly right. Because as a young person, I didn't know how to do that. So as a young person, if somebody said, well, you shouldn't be wearing that pink shirt or whatever, that looks really bad on you, or you need to do this, or I would go, and I also came from a very critical background. Everybody was really critical when I was a kid, don't do this and don't do that. So it was very hard for me to learn how to navigate it. And then when I was teaching acting classes in New York, I don't know if you remember, this is one of the things I used to stress was get a good foundation in yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Understand
totally.
Who you are in here. Your likes, your dislikes, your value system, your truth.
I do remember that, Darcy. I do, and that was one of the vital points, because I'm not your average looking person either, and I was a little heavier then too. And I remember that was such a good thing that you taught me in the industry in New York City. And that the foundation, have a strong foundation of who you are. So when they go, no, exactly what they said to you, yeah, you're talented, but what? And not to let it destroy you, because it's such a harsh thing, especially if that's your job, to go and get that to be judged every day because it's an audition. You have to deal with it, so thank you for that. That's really true for just living, not necessarily an actor,
living. I mean, it happens it happens in every industry. It really does. Happens in every industry. You have people telling you what to wear, how to wear it. We judge ourselves and each other. It happens to men as much as it does to women. I mean, men are really hard on themselves as well, where they, I got to look like this or be this person. And so we're all really hard on ourselves, male, female, old or young. And I have to say, social media does not help, because now we have even more ways to badger ourselves and badger each other and compare ourselves. And so, learning the concept of self-love, it takes practice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have to practice it. Mm-hmm. So how do we practice self-love? How do we practice it? So I have a whole list of things that I have to do.
Me too. Yeah.
Do you? Would you be willing to share some of the things that you do to help with your? Because I can tell you what I do when I start berating myself. I mean, and that happens daily. I have to stop myself, because if I let myself go in that direction, that'll send me into quite a depression.
Yeah,
you're old now, or you're this, or you're not making enough money now, or you're, I mean, there's just those wonderful categories of places I can just do some self-deprecating
Charming places, charming.
Yeah, it's really charming. Yeah. Oh, okay, let's talk about income. Let's talk about this, about that.
Let's talk about
You know,
myself. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's really easy for me to do that. So I really work, have
Oh,
to
hold on,
make
Darcy.
sure I work it.
We had a little bit of a lag. Hold on. Let's just see.
Okay.
Just hold on, guys. Sorry. I think we're okay now. Yep, we're okay now.
Are you coming?
Good. Talk to me, Das.
So, yes. So the litany of self-deprecating. Up there goes. Your internet is unstable. Do you want to?
How ironic. It's the timing that it says that to you when you're talking about
Your
like
internet's unstable. Stop self-deprecating.
So what we might do, guys, I'm going to pause this. We're going to actually jump out. We'll jump back in. So be back in 2 seconds, okay? Just so you don't have to lose any of our conversation. All right. Okay. Bye.